matter if you have starchy vegetables. Broccoli, carrots, if you can have that. If it's not.
Right, like carrots have a little bit.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Brazilian Fight Factory. We're going to be running through one of my classes tonight. It's the no-gi advanced class. I'll be leading some guys through some Kimora attacks, and then we'll work into some specific training, continue to work on our wrestling, and we'll get some rounds in. So let's get to it. It's not hard. Another leg back. Last week we went for our butterfly hook, got our hips underneath theirs, flipped them over, got to top position, and went for our Kimora. This week we're going to deal with our partner kind of dropping their hips back. I got here and he's sitting back here. Even if I get my hook in, I'm going to have a really hard time sweeping him that way. So we're going to talk about sweeping him to this direction here. But it's really important that I cause a solid reaction. So I still want to try to attempt to get my hips underneath him and start elevating him to this direction. So if I can get all the way underneath him, then I can sweep him, right? I can elevate and roll him over. But as I start trying to get my hips underneath him, he keeps sitting back. And then now I'm going to keep kind of following him. And then I'm going to start to elevate with my butterfly hook to that direction. And I'm going to post up onto my knee and my shoulder. Notice how my shoulder, my head, and my knee on the floor. Now I start walking my knee closer to him and take him over and go all the way to my hip. So now I land kind of in this cross body position. We're going to remove this hook and replace it with our knee by his hip. And then we can put his hand on the mat, switch our hips once more, and get back into our finishing position. Does this make sense to everyone? We got it? Let's go ahead and get a few reps in, and then we can get some drills in next, okay? 1, 2. The more I'm here, the harder it's going to be for me to finish. Sure. And maybe he rolls his hand out, right? Yep. So I like to try to keep a bend there. And then when I switch my hips and I step over, I'm just picking his shoulder off the ground, and that alone can get the tap most of the time. And if I don't get the tap from there, that's when I'll start to drive his hand with my right hand. Drive it behind his back.
Super insightful, thank you.
Good work, man. As soon as I sweep him, his hand's on the ground, I keep it on the ground while we go across. I don't want his hand to come across his waist. That's where he might lock his hands and now I have to break his grip. If I can, I keep his arm trapped with my body weight. Whether it's in between my legs, I got a shin staple here, or just kind of sitting on it. Either way, I want to kind of trap this arm, make it harder for him to connect his hands. Second best way for me to do that is to keep his hand on the ground. Even if I don't have control over that arm, it can be difficult for him to lock his hands if his hand's on the floor. But if it's on his stomach, he'll grab him right away. I just don't want you guys to pull so much that now they come on top of us. So keep the back leg like a post and only pull to now you're in still good balance, and then start rotating to get the finish. Whatever floats your boat, but for me, that's my favorite finish from top side control. So if we want to get a few more reps in before we hop into drills, I'll give you guys like 3 minutes. If not, water mouth guard. We'll start doing some play wrestling next. Okay?
Drink of the day, you know?
Like crack.
So like how we're sitting on it.
That's the work
That's a
you
very,
get half down and then you said the other half.
Yeah, exactly. Savor the
addiction.
Hey guys, listen up. Guys, we're doing our play wrestling rounds now, so everyone needs to grab their mouth guard if you guys have one, water, and then I'll explain the rules in about 30 seconds, okay? Let's get to it. Demonstration real quick. We're standing. I'm looking to hand fight and get to a shot, get to a snap down, get to a scoring position. And once I get to a scoring position, he's now fighting out of the scoring position to equalize the position, put us back to a neutral spot. So we're hand fighting, we're moving around. You know, I hit my snap or whatever it is that I'm trying to get my score on. Okay, I got my score. Now he's fighting back to a neutral position. He's breaking grips. I'm following him. He got free. We're back to neutral. Now the drill flips. Now he's hand fighting to get to a scoring position. I'm giving him some looks. He gets me down. Now I'm fighting out. Now the key to this position, or this drill, I want you guys to make it a flow. So try to minimize the pause between each movement and try to maximize the scramble. Try to really get a good flow going with you and your partner. And don't go like crazy resistance, but do add some. So I'm hand fighting. He's giving me good looks, right? We're moving around, he's hand fighting with me. That gives me the reactions that I want to get the takedown that I want. And it also keeps me honest, because if I just, he stops me, right? Because I'm not doing something legit. But, you know, if I take a good shot, he just gave me enough resistance to make it feel good, and then, you know, I can get my completion of takedown, okay? You guys got it? Back and forth drill. Time on. The toe. All right, guys, go ahead and break for water, whatever you need. We're going to start regular rounds right now, but I want you guys to start from half guard. So if you start with that shin shield, your frames, pick a side, go from there. Regular rolls, just start there so we can get reps in, okay?
Like, no. Nice. I was hoping he was post out and make it easy for me, but no.
Can't do that. All right, guys, that will conclude today's class. Finishing with open rounds. I'm nursing an injury right now, so not training super hard, but excited to now be back on the mat, back in Austin, Texas, in Fight Factory, in the lab, we should say. I started jiu-jitsu here back in 2016, and I feel like I've innovated so much jiu-jitsu over the years on these mats, so I'm really excited to get back, develop new skills, and show you guys on the competition mats in 2025. Let's get it.
It's like as soon as probably the day before, we'll be like, yo, pick your first. But we want to like have this as a spectacle.